It is a really nice day. It's a really nice day at Disney World. I mean, it's unbelievably good, and we are gonna have fun wandering around, just checking everything out. And let me start by let's go back to the ultra wide. I kind of like this for kind of wandering around. I didn't plan to come here today, but I'm having a little bit of a fire, or not a fire. This is a firehouse. It says car barn. I don't see any cars in here right now. I don't see anything in here. Looks like they got some horse stuff here. Well, that's really cool. There's not a car repair place anywhere close to us. So I took it to Disney World to get my car fixed. They said it'd be a few hours, so I wandered over here so I could show you all what's happening. Here's at Everdance. There you go. I bet that horse goes right back into that barn we were at. So that's one of the luxuries you have in celebration is you can take your car to Disney World and get it fixed. We don't take it there for big repairs. Take it to the dealer or something like that. But a low tire, they can certainly fix that for. So we were here yesterday and we took Tiger around and we were showing people his drawings. We got invited by Princess Tiana. We had done Ray. So I brought Pluto today. And we're gonna show this to people and see what they think, get their reaction. Tell them about Tiger. I must have given away a ton of cards yesterday. Mostly to cast members. People really blown away with his talent. Uh-oh, what's coming through? Must be something very important called a rubbish bin. I thought they were going to have Donald Duck on a silver platter. So we came here and
literally the tone.
We met Tiana and Rapunzel and showed them drawings that we had done for those characters, and they signed them, and that was totally awesome. And we'll be posting videos on that a little later. They're shocked at this little boy's art talent. In case you don't know, Tiger is 9 years old. He's only 9, so when I show you this, here, 9-year-old kid drew this. And not only 9 years old, he's autistic, and some people say that shouldn't matter, but it does matter. And it matters because this is the only thing Tiger can do. He can't play baseball, football. He can't play, he can't swim. He thinks he can swim. He can't ride a bike safely. I think the last time we had him ride a bike 6 months or so ago, he crashed into my wife's car instead of into a bush that would have been safe. He just doesn't have a lot of motor coordination, which is surprising given his art talent, which is astounding. He's getting better and better and better. So to people out there that think, his autism shouldn't matter, well, I mean, it does. I mean, he's very limited verbal. You can't have a conversation with him. But he can communicate through his art. And his art, his drawing, has made him a lot calmer. He started drawing 4 years ago, and his demeanor is markedly changed. And you know, Tiger loves Disney. That's why we moved here, so we could be next to this. You know, she gets goosebumps and just a warm, loving feeling. She's so proud of Tiger. And we think really big things are going to come his way. So many people say, why doesn't Disney have a character like the Autistic Tiger? Or why doesn't Disney hire Tiger? And we ask the same question because we really don't know. I did have a conversation with an executive assistant for Josh Tomorrow a week or two ago, and we discovered some generic things. And I had sent them one of Tiger's plushies. And so they want to know what should they do with the plushie? What should Josh do with the plushie? I said put it in his office and remind him why he goes to work every day, who he's working for, who he's fighting for. This is what we tell all the politicians too, that we send the plushie to. Keep it there to remind you of who you're working for, who you fight for. And we talked about a bunch of other things, and finally I think I started pitching them on a reality show. And the lady said, oh, no, we don't take unsolicited pitches. And I said, that's okay, you called me. So you wonder, where are they coming from? Are they coming in on buses? Are they staying in Disney hotels? Are they taking the monorail? I don't know. Maybe they just don't come in cars anymore. It's very surprising. So when I dropped my car off at the Disney, or I think it's called Disney World Auto Care Center, which is just south of Magic Kingdom's parking lot. And they said the car would be at least a few hours. And I was like, yeah, that's no problem. And I went ahead and we hope someday Tiger can get a, I don't know what they call them, a black card or something like that, platinum card, where he won't have to wait for DAS or anything. He just goes straight into the lineman lane. We think sooner or later Disney's going to want Tiger. Uh-oh. Oops. I dropped my picture. Don't drop Tiger's picture. Excuse me. So Toon, what do you think? Toon Channel, what do you think? 9-year-old kid did that. 9-year-old kid. So this is the Space Mountain gift shop. And there's so many cool things here. You can do custom things, magic bands, tiles. Tiger really likes Grogu, and he drew Grogu one time. I think we're going to do another Grogu for MegaCon. We started working on character drawings for the celebrities and VIPs that are going to be at MegaCon. For instance, for Billy West, she's the voice of practically every character on Futurama. And that'd be really cool. And we really want to meet Kevin Smith, so we found picture of Jay and Silent Bob from their animated series. Okay, I'm back. I was on Disney Wi-Fi, so I just disconnected it. So we'll see how this goes. We're gonna ask these people at DVC. How you doing, Kelly?
I'm mostly magical, thanks. How are you?
Mostly magical?
Pluto!
What do you think?
I love him.
Do you like this drawing?
I do.
Do you think whoever drew this should be a professional artist? And I'm not saying I drew it.
I'm sure I also have zero knowledge of
It's pretty good, right?
It's fantastic, yes.
You want to check it out, Dimitri?
I think that is excellent.
A professional artist. And I'm not saying I drew it.
I'm sure I also have zero knowledge of
It's pretty good, right?
It's fantastic, yes.
You want to check it out, Dimitri?
I think that is excellent and way better than anything I ever even thought about doing.
Okay,
I'm
so
pretty professional.
I'm going to get an honest reaction. My 9-year-old autistic son drew this picture.
Very, very amazing.
He's a prodigy then, right? What's his name?
Tiger.
Tiger?
He's the Autistic Tiger.
Oh, fun! Good.
He was in Disney Files magazine back in the fall of last year.
Thank you.
I can give you one too.
Yeah, oh,
Make sure to
nice.
follow him. Tell everybody about Tiger.
I will.
That's really good.
Yeah, we're gonna submit this. Well, we did all new characters. This is a new style for him. We're gonna submit him to Disney Files magazine again. And I'm sure they'll run him again because
So fun.
he's so good.
Awesome.
That's great. Good.
All right.
It's so cute.
Very good.
All right, bye bye.
Nice to meet you.
So that never gets old. I just really like seeing people have that reaction about Tiger. We knew he could draw when he was younger. It just what would he draw? You know, what should he draw? We just had no idea. But once he started drawing characters, man, he got so good. And I mean, he is outrageous right now. I mean, look at that 9-year-old kid. So Billy West, we're doing Philip J. Fry. We've already done it. And we've already done Ren and Stimpy, Kevin Smith. We've already done Jay and Silent Bob. And I think Ashley Ecclestein is going to be at MegaCon. So we did her character from Star Wars, and I'm going to get the name wrong. I think it's Ashaka Rai or something like that. Tiger's already drawn that. We just have to color it. We want to do Cara Dune because I'm forgetting the actress' name. I feel bad because I used to watch her in UFC. Anyway, she's been in the news lately, if you didn't know. But Tiger has one weakness. It might be drawing people's faces, like real people's faces, not a cartoon character. And so we haven't tried Cara Dune yet. We're gonna have to think about it. Try to come up with a way that Tiger can do it and make it look representative. The 4 actors from the Lord of the Rings are going to be there. There's going to be Elijah Wood, Sean Astin, Dominic Manningham, and Billy Boyd. So we're going to do the Lord of the Rings characters from the old Lord of the Rings cartoon. We've already picked out what we want to do, and well, those cartoons are not too hard to draw, so I think Tiger's going to knock it out of the park. I can't think of anybody else off the top of our head that we're going to be doing, but I think there's a few characters from Clerks, and there's some other artists like Don Rosa is going to be there. So we want to do one of his Scrooge McDuck pieces. And there's another gentleman that does steampunk Donald Duck. And I think Tiger's going to love that little project. He does steampunk Disney, but the steampunk Donald Duck, I think Tiger's going to love it. So we're going to go in there and, you know, do something like that. I think we need a lot of reference images to get all the information right on that picture. It's hard to remember who all these celebrities are off the top of your head. I think you're going to have Brent Spiner and LeVar Burton from Star Trek: The Next Generation. So we'll do their cartoon characters. There's a whole bunch, and then they got a bunch of voice actors from manga and anime. Like I think Naruto and Vegeta, and I don't know, some other characters like that, or voice actors are going to be there. And Tiger's got a VIP access, so we're going to meet all those people, and I think they're going to fall in love with Tiger. We hope so. So at MegaCon, you know, we have to draw a lot of stuff for the show, and then we're doing the celebrity stuff, which my wife says is going on our wall, and then we're doing Disney stuff for the parks, so that when we go to meet and greets, the characters have something to sign. Like last night we had Tangled, Pascal from Tangled, and we had Ray from Princess and the Frog. And the characters just love signing those. It's a new experience for us. We took a whole bunch of drawings with us, and we're trying to show them to everybody, and it was very rushed and very confusing. I think next time we're just going to take the drawing that we're going to have them sign. So I'm going to come into Bonjour, this art gallery here. Hopefully Tiger is going to be here. How you guys doing? What do you think?
I like it.
Could whoever drew this possibly one day be in this art gallery? What do you think?
Who was it?
Who was it?
Yeah.
My 9-year-old autistic son, Tiger.
That's insane. That's awesome.
9-year-old kid. Yeah, it's insane. We hope big things are going to happen for Tiger.
I think he can come.
You think he can come? You think he'll make it?
Yeah.
We wanted him to be at the Festival of the Arts this year. He's on IG, Instagram, TikTok. And we were told he has to be a Disney artist before he can be at the Festival of the Arts. So we applied. We'll see what they say.
Yeah, that's so awesome. That's really good.
Yeah, the little kid. I mean, he doesn't talk much, but man, he can draw.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So.
Yeah, I'll pass this along.
All right, thank you.
I did that one. I did that one.
Oh, you did. You did it original. Wow, that's awesome.
I did this. It's pretty good.
That's pretty good. What if I told you my 9-year-old autistic son Tiger drew it?
I'd say he needs to really keep doing that.
Oh yeah, he draws a lot.
You know, 9.
Yeah.
It's by Betty Edwards.
Okay.
On Amazon.
Drawing on the right side of the brain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that one up when we get home.
Yes.
So he gets private lessons right now at Elite Animation here in Orlando.
Oh, fantastic.
And he started with them last year, but then took a long hiatus, but he just started up again. And they're helping him develop this sketch style and foundational drawing geometry lines, you know.
Geometry lines.
The important basics.
And drawing from life.
Yeah.
Tell him to start doing self-portraits because he's always available. Just look in there.
Every now and then, like his mother, his pets.
That's
and
great, 'cause that helps.
For us, it's a barometer to kind of test where he's at. But he does have a weakness, and that is a real human face. He can draw like a Mickey Mouse face easy, but if it's Cinderella, Yeah, you don't want him to. So he needs a little practice, and we thought if we could teach him to do caricatures, it'd really help him a long way to be able to analyze the features in a face. So anyway, we have high hopes for Tiger. Okay. Yeah, I used to love visiting my uncle. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Dirk.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
Question, do you sign these? Yes.
Dirk Wunderlich. 0 frames per second. I don't understand. It's so bizarre. I've never been in Gaston's Tavern. It says LeFou's Brew, pastry, snacks, beverages. Sounds like a Starbucks. Anybody been there? Let me see. 0 frames per second. I do not know. Forever. Back in Eureka, California, they had the best coverage up there. I used to have AT&T, but they didn't have any coverage in our area. So my phone pretty much didn't work unless I was in San Francisco. So up until last week, you used to see Belle over here. She would just stand behind the ropes on the other side. It looks now they got a line of people. I don't see a wait time yet. It says wait time is not posted. But there's a bunch of people waiting over there to do meet and greet with Belle. We have never done that. And we'll have something for Belle soon, drawing-wise. We had Tiger try to draw Belle earlier, and it didn't quite work out. As he said, drawing human faces is one of his weaknesses. But that's typical. Every artist has things they're good at, things that we call being in their wheelhouse. And Tiger certainly has a wheelhouse. We can see characters with more flowing lines, less geometry. Tend to be a lot easier for him to draw. Things that are more geometrical with hard lines are a lot harder. For instance, Spider-Man is going to be pretty much impossible at this point. We did have somebody wanted Tiger to draw Spidey, like the child version of Spider-Man. I think we can handle that one. But the Spider-Man full face mask, we tried it probably about a year ago, and it was crash and burn. We haven't tried it in a while. We should probably try again. See what happens.
Go ahead.
So what other drawings are we doing for MegaCon? Well, we do anticipate to sell a number of Disney pieces at MegaCon. However, we know the Dragon Ball Z, the Pokemon is going to be much more popular. I think last year we sold 16 drawings and probably 10 were Pokemon. So we'll do a number of them. I don't know how many to have. We have other shows coming up. As a matter of fact, tomorrow we will be at the Sunset Walk, also known as Margaritaville, and on 192 in Kissimmee. They're having an auto show for your exotic car. And we entered our Ford Explorer, which is wrapped for Tiger. It's an auto show for autism. So I think we may have the only official autism car at the show. But I'm just going to park the car and open up the bag. Have some drawings in there, some plushies, some buttons and stuff, and business cards, and see who we can meet, and just show everybody what Tiger can do. If you're going to the show, it means you love cars, and hopefully you want to support autism. So the response for Tiger last week at the Autism Society of Greater Orlando was, let me just say, it was outrageous. And I mean that in the best possible sense. It was unbelievable. We have not seen him received that way at any other show. And we did the ASGO show last year. But I think people were still skittish about COVID at that time. And we had to wear masks, and it wasn't the same format as the show was this year. So I'm guessing they had a lot more people at this event than last year. Last year was in a smaller room, and it just didn't seem to be as many people by a large margin. So I finally got out of the booth because people would stop in the middle of the aisle and just stare. I didn't know what to make of us, and I had to explain to people that I didn't draw this. This is my son Tiger, and tell them his backstory. See here, Haunted Mansion, 40 minutes. If you go to our IG, which is Tiger Balek, you'll see the picture I took on a Haunted Mansion with this drawing yesterday. I took the right picture with his drawing and posted it because, well, that's what you're supposed to do, right? So, I've never been in this store before. I got a lot of Haunted Mansion merch. A little fedora there. Wow, look at this picture. Not for sale, I think. It's kind of glowing, don't you think? Must be a black light somewhere. Wow, all these potions up here hiding. That's amazing. There's a
this is my favorite one. It's a princess
t-shirt
button.
here. Excuse me.
Now remember the bonus?
His t-shirt says "Bust a Move."
Do you like making new
That
friends?
reminds me of my friend from USC.
Anybody that works here?
I knew him as Marvin Young, but he became famous as a guy named Young MC. And if you went to USC in the late 80s, you would have met famous people too. There were a ton of people. Oh my gosh. Look at this room. I feel like I'm not worthy to be in here. I got pin trading in here. You can buy a lit candle. You can buy a portrait of your dearly departed. Wow. And something behind the curtain. Maybe the Wizard of Oz. Look at this. Look at that old Seth Thomas. It actually looks like an Ansonia type clock. Look at that. Apothecary cabinet. Am I in a restricted area?
No, you're good, you're good.
Okay. I don't want to get in trouble again.
Mortals are welcome.
Okay. Thank you so much. Looking at some art here too. These look like they're, it says wooden figurines, so it must be hand carved. They're expensive. $1,200 to $1,800. Wowie, wow, wow. The busts are $95. I don't know if that's each or for a set. Wow. Very cool. Very cool. One day Tiger will be here too. So yeah, it's a huge crowd at ASGO. We sold 11 drawings. Now we did drop the price from MegaCon.
On the right.
I said we sold 16 at MegaCon. That was $100 a piece. And now we're only charging 50. Not that I think they're only worth 50. I think they're worth 100. I think they're worth more than that. But I don't need 200 pictures in my closet, if you know what I mean. So we're going to lower the price, and we want to move a lot of these out, especially some of Tiger's older drawings. We may run a special on his silly symphonies and stuff like that we did a year ago. And maybe you'll have a bargain bin, $20 or something, so that people can cash and carry and just, you know, anybody can afford something. I hope we sell 100 or more of Tiger's drawings.
The pandemic.
And I hope they're at the $50 price, but I mean, I'll settle for 100 at whatever the average market price bears. Between now and then, we will have done more than 100 pictures for MegaCon. So it's a big push. And then this summer, I don't know what's going to happen this summer, because Tiger last year didn't do summer school for the first time ever. Since he's a year and a half old, he's always had summer school until last year. And I think it was issue was changing schools, and there was a lot of redistricting and construction going on, and they just didn't have him do it. I'm sure he could have benefited from it. So last summer, Tiger and I drew a lot, most every day, especially since we couldn't go to Disney World. We didn't have passes.
Can I take this?
And sometimes we would do, I think we did up to 10 one day. But keep in mind, those were the old silly symphonies that are black and white, and they weren't too difficult. You didn't have to pick a lot of colors. At that time, we were having Tiger pick every color because he just had a small color set. And he's pretty good at it. And I started having him do the black and white drawings in color. And he would just pick whatever colors he wanted to use. If he wanted to make a pink parrot, well, the parrot was pink. Or I think he made a pink owl one time. So, and now he's got 358 colors, and we have to be a little more particular about the colors that we have, but we can always match. Pretty much, there's Big Al up there. There's Big Al. So we can match pretty much every color that we want to, which is awesome.
Popcorn for us.
So I've been having him do 4 to 6 drawings when we draw. But he's just drawing, he's not coloring. That's his mom's job. She's in charge of color. And she's going to work with him to color. So we're building up a little inventory of sketches that he's done, and then they'll ink it with color, and that'll be complete. So it's going to be about 100 before MegaCon. But this summer, I don't know what's going to happen. If he doesn't go to school, I don't want to take him to Disney World every day. I'm not saying coming to Disney World is a punishment, but you still want it to be something special, reasonably special. We'll come here like we do now, 2 or 3 times a week. And we'll come and meet the characters and show them his drawings and have a whole lot of fun. So I'm going to come over here to the pit. This is our name for this area. It's a great place to hang out and respite. There used to be another bench over there, and they've got a nice clean drinking fountain, which smells really good compared to the one in Liberty Square. It's not as cold as the one in front of Magic Kingdom, next to the monorails. That is the best drinking fountain of all of Walt Disney World. But it's a good one. Last night I had Tiger's mom drink from that fountain just to show her how cold it was. And she couldn't believe it. It's shocking. We even told the security people, like, you got to go to that drinking fountain. It is so awesome. So we're going to come up here to the Big Thunder turnaround. How you doing, the Disney? Disney, where are you at? So we're gonna go to one of my favorite places here at Big Thunder, and that's there's this little turnaround overlook by the exit, and I'm not gonna say it's a great spot to see the fireworks, but it's not bad. You're gonna be on the side of the castle. You're from the UK, okay, there you go. I remember. Yeah, we're doing fine. It's a nice day. It's sunny. There's a few clouds. It's probably 80 degrees right now with a little bit of a breeze. So, kind of nice. I came over today because my car is being fixed at the Disney World Auto Center. But this area here has got some geysers. And you got a really great view. If you stand right over here, this is where they take your picture for the Disney photo pass right here. And we like to bring Tiger here because it's nice and quiet, and you get a nice view. You can see Haunted Mansion over there, Rapunzel's Tower. You can see the Liberty Bell when it comes by. People Mover. Oh, yeah, I think we can wander over there. So did I show you Tiger's drawing since he colored it? What do you think? 9-year-old kid drew this. Oh. And a goofy. There we go. Well, it's going to take me a few minutes to walk over to the People Mover. I'm kind of on the extreme opposite side of the park, about as far away as you could get, but I need to exercise. So yesterday there was a ton of people wandering around, and it really made us wonder about what's Disney doing behind the scenes, because the parking lot was less than half full. I think we parked in row 214, and if you're familiar with the parking lot, that should give you an idea about how far back we were. We saw really long lines. Even the line to see Princess Tiana was 70 minutes when we booked Tiger's return time, which is, you know, crazy. I've seen it 30 minutes before, but 70 minutes. Well, you don't have to draw a proper circle. Tiger can't draw a proper circle. We can draw cartoon characters. Yeah, Tiger is going to school to learn how to draw lines and geometry. I don't mean lines, I mean like parallel lines. Circles are not a strong suit. When we did the Team C's logo, here's a bonus. Here's a duck right here. Hello, Mr. Duck. Hello. There you go, Mr. Duck here at Splash Mountain. Doesn't want to go into the water. So you see the long posted time to get in the ride. You see all the people wandering around, and I think this is kind of Disney's strategy to force people with long standby wait times, force them into the Genie Plus system, which is a virtual queue, and then they can wander around and they can buy stuff, which I think every ride should be a virtual queue. We use virtual queue for DAS. We love it. We would love if every ride was a virtual queue, but it's not, and there's some issues still with the program that hopefully will get ironed out.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because as soon as we booked Tiger return time for Tiana, when it said 70 minutes, 10 minutes later, the return time dropped to 40 minutes. So in order for me to get a new return time, I'd have to cancel our previous DAS reservation and make a new one. And I think their system should automatically update instead of making people monitor this system and try to jump through hoops. We don't want people staring at their phones. I mean, you wander around here and you see a lot of people staring at their phones. And we want them staring at Disney World, at the rides, attractions, the characters, other people. You know, there's this thing called people out there in the world we seem to have forgotten about. And here's another interesting problem with DAS. We're going to come up to Pirates of the Caribbean. And if Tiger had a DAS return time, it says posted 50. If we had a 40-minute return time, we have to come back. And then this line right here you see, this is people waiting to get in Lightning Lane. And then once they're in, I want you to see this Lightning Lane goes all the way to the loading dock, all the way back there. That's the Lightning Lane, all the way up, okay? So that's a bit of a wait there, and this is a bit of a wait here. You know, when they say 50 minutes, it means for Tiger, it shouldn't be more than 50 minutes, but how long are you going to wait in this line right here just to get into the Lightning Lane inside the ride? I bet you this line right here is at least 20 minutes, if not 30, because everybody in this line has to scan their card or their magic band. I bet that's a 30-minute line. We see that outside Peter Pan the most. Usually when you go to Peter Pan on the Lightning Lane, it's a 10-minute wait just to scan your magic band and then get in the queue. And the queue is usually another 15 minutes after that. So, you know, they take 10 minutes off of the posted time for Tiger, but if it takes 25 minutes to go through the Lightning Lane, then he ends up waiting longer than the posted time, which is an ADA violation. It's just prima facie evidence of a violation, and I might be talking to somebody soon about that because I just don't think it's fair. All we want is whatever's fair, and if they create a system, they got to make it work right for everybody. And I always said, if the system's fair for a 3-year-old kid, it's fair for everybody. And if it's fair for Tiger, it's fair for everybody. So yesterday when we were over here, we wowed some of the parking attendants here at the stroller area.
He's coming. I told Dad to pick him up.
So yeah, I think the Disney people just trying to create virtual queue and make everybody wander around, but that makes it appear as though the park is really crowded when it's not, because Disney doesn't post daily attendance. They don't post for instance, on Space Mountain, they have 2 tracks. Are they running both tracks? How many trains on each track are they running? They don't post that. I've been to Big Thunder in the morning when they only have 1 train running on 1 track. But they should probably have, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 trains per track running at all times. I don't know how that all works. So there's a lot that goes into what the wait time is, or how long the line is. And I think they up the throughput on each ride. You wouldn't see so many people wandering around like this. I just don't think that system right now is designed for fairness. It's designed to maximize dollars for Disney with disregard to the customer experience.
So today is fine.
So, you know, whereas 20 years ago, you might have said, oh, I really love going to Disney World. You might come to Disney World now and you might not love it. But that's the gamble they're making, is that you're not going to love, or you're not going to care. You're going to, even if you don't love it, you're going to like it enough to keep coming back. Disney's doing a lot of gambles right now with business, which seems counterintuitive for an entertainment company. I mean, we're in the entertainment business too. We recently changed Tiger's channel from how-to entertainment. And because ultimately that's what we do. We don't explicitly instruct people how to draw Tiger's drawings. We just show how he draws. We don't give a narrative or voiceover, and Tiger doesn't give you any commentary. It's just Tiger drawing. And so really we're entertainment. And especially if we're coming to Disney World. Like I said, it was a bit of a breeze, so if you hear that on the mic, that's what, it's a bit of a breeze, which I don't mind. I am not complaining about a bit of a breeze right now. It seems like a lot of people here are waiting for something to happen. I don't know. Oh, they're getting set up for a cavalcade or something. So when you come to Disney World and you live stream, I mean, really, this is entertainment. I'm sure I'm not as entertaining as a lot of the other vloggers and live streamers, and I'm never going to be. I'm never going to be that guy. Not that I don't want to be entertaining, but I'm not. I've seen some of the things these people do, and sometimes they're a bit over the top. And well, that's not us. Everything you're going to get from us is genuine. It's real. And if we get excited about something, it's real excitement. It's not. I saw a guy the other day was just hamming up with some Disney employees and jumping around and really acting a fool. And I think that's what a lot of people do to get likes. And I don't think that's I don't think that's genuine and honest. I'd rather deal with people that are genuine and honest. Like, we really like Nate Morrow, Paging Mr. Morrow. And Tiger met Nate a year and a half ago at Grand Floridian with Jackie from Super Enthused. This is before we were even on YouTube. Oh, Tron's 100% covered. Okay, well we're gonna get a view. We get coming and going on that. So, like I said, we really like Paging Mr. Morrow. Nate is just He's a genuine, just nice, sweet man. He's been so nice to Tiger. And we used to watch his videos before we moved to Celebration to learn about Disney World, to learn about all the things you could do. He used to go to these bed and breakfast and Airbnb, stuff like that, and show these really awesome hotel rooms. But when he gets excited about something, he's genuinely excited. It's not fake. And he's got this childlike enthusiasm, somewhat similar to Tiger's childlike enthusiasm. And now I don't think Nate would ever say anything negative, as opposed to some other people who will give an honest negative opinion if it's warranted. But and Nate's just a real positive guy. And let me see here. Well, if you want to meet Nate in the parks, let me know. I might be able to arrange something. I told him a long time ago if he ever wanted to do something with Tiger in the parks, you know, we're down with that. But he said he doesn't do anything with kids. He doesn't shoot kids in the park. And I mean with video camera. So mine starts here. I didn't see the time. I don't see a time. I'm guessing half hour. So what? I'm at 58 minutes, so we'll see how long it really takes to get on the people mover here. When I can see a time, I'll let you know. It's got to be a posted time somewhere. Yeah, Nate's just real. I mean, he's from, I think he's from Pennsylvania, and just a real down-home kind of guy. And you know, if you ever saw his video where he shows his Disney collection in his apartment, he's really excited, you know. And we have Disney stuff in our house too. We don't get that excited about it. We like it, we like having it, we like looking at it. But to us, it's a thing, you know. I always figured if we had something and we sold it, you know, I always go back and get another one. If you're going to collect, I don't think you can have too much of a personal attachment to any one thing that you collect. And I always tell people, buy low, sell high. But anyway, some of the other people, you know, they can be a little over the top. And, you know, some of the people, they're just really good at what they do. Like we've watched Resort TV 1. You know, a bit. We met them one time here in the parks, and they're so knowledgeable and very entertaining. And people don't know how hard it is to talk nonstop. It really helps when you have people on your chat keeping the conversation going. But if you don't have anybody to chat with, it's really hard. But Resort TV 1, they're really good, and they've been really nice to Tiger, and we like that. So, yeah, I mean, Nate is just, everything is positive. Everything's positive. I think if you come to Disney, everything should be positive. We do discuss some of the darker sides of Disney because we deal with Tiger. And you have to be very protective of your kids. And like I said, you know, the issues we have with the DAS and Genie Plus is we just want the system to be fair. And I think you should be allowed to talk about fairness. I think that's a fair discussion. We don't want Tiger to get special treatment. I mean, obviously he does get special treatment, but we don't want him or the DAS people to get treated better than the regular guest. We actually want to have our 501c3 in the future have, you can't see in the distance there, a Stitch up on the platform. I was curious if they were going to do an actual meet and greet where you could have him sign or something. So I have to check him out later, because we would love for Tiger to sign something with Stitch. We met Stitch at a Polynesian Ohana restaurant, and even at Aulani in Hawaii, and they got him really good. So. That was the Disney Car Care Center telling me that they couldn't repair the tire that's running low, and they said, "Oh, all your tires are low on tread depth, blah blah blah." They're not. And they wanted $1,600 to repair to replace all the tires, and that's $1,600 I don't have, and I think I just need to plug the tire. So I'll have to go out into Kissimmee to a mom and pop tire shop. And yeah, sorry, I took the phone call from the Disney Tire Center, or I mean Auto Center. So I'll just go to a local mom and pop tire shop in Kissimmee and have them put a plug in for $20, and that'll be that. I was hoping to do it at the Disney Auto Center, but I don't know. Last time we brought in for the AC, I think they wanted like $1,400 or something to replace the AC on our other car. And we got somebody can send me do it for $400. So I still don't see a wait time here. There we go. Yeah, but people don't realize how hard it is to live stream and chat people and keep things entertaining. You know, people like, they do the late night talk shows. I mean, that's a tough job. They do a lot of pre-interview, they have written questions, they kind of script it as much as they can. And I'm reminded of a time I met Robin Williams 20-something years ago at Comdex in Vegas. He was doing, he was promoting Sharp Electronics digital camera. It was a brand new product. And he was up on stage and they told him to go up there and be entertaining. And so he is just riffing off the top of his head. He saw me dressed in Tigger gear. I had a Tigger hat on, Tigger sweater, and he pulled me up on stage and we sang the Tigger song. But I could tell he was really struggling. We talk about how great Robin Williams is with improv, and he is. But when you have to go up there and you don't know what you're supposed to say, and you just have to be on, it's hard. It's really hard. So I give all the people who do live streaming tons of credit, even if they handle it with characters or workers and stuff like that. I mean, I know how hard it is, and they're just trying to be entertaining. Yeah, I wasn't gonna miss getting on the People Mover. So we're gonna check out Tron. You said the canopy's 100% on. I noticed last week when I was over here it wasn't complete. Uh-oh, we're down, flame rate's down. You better watch out. I'll get to see it.
How many?
One.
One? Right there, watch your step.
All right. Oi. Oh. show where they, you know, go around the parks and they go on rides and they go on restaurants and they end up together. You know, that's also really hard. My job is, I'm Tiger's dad. I have a chemical engineering degree, a law degree. I used to run the law office in California, or small pop office. I don't have a license here in Florida, and I don't want to use Social Security disability anymore. So I could. I'd rather go back to doing engineering and maybe run a chemical plant or something like that. I think that would be really cool. I've applied to several jobs here at Disney as, you know, something less than a VP, but, you know, assistant VP, associate VP, manager, all kinds of stuff, even down to just a low-level engineer. And I've always been rejected. They always say they have somebody whose experience more closely aligns with their needs, which I don't doubt, but I live across the street. So I used to get rejection letters in the past, and I always thought it's because we live so far away. I got rejected for a job at the Alani one time as a project engineering manager, which, I could do in my sleep. I used to do that kind of work, but I figured they didn't want to relocate from New Jersey all the way out to Hawaii, which we were willing to do. We priced it all out, you know, but I've had people tell me I could go out and get a job. Somebody suggested I work as a canvasser for political candidates, and I get $12 an hour. And I said, well,
And now, the Tomorrowland Transit Authority proudly presents Progress City, Walt Disney's dream for an experimental prototype community of tomorrow. Progress City was the inspiration for Epcot, and many of its forward-thinking ideas have been realized throughout Walt Disney World. If your future includes shopping, then you'll want to visit Star Traders, where you'll find the greatest goods from around the galaxy.
So when you say band touring, do you mean you want to organize tours for bands?
At the Tomorrowland Speedway,
And I think Phil Collins just retired, so I don't know what's going to happen with that.
This is your chance to drive in the fast lane without worrying about
if you're looking into doing that, I think you need to have some type of background in. Here we go. It's drawn. They've got the canopy up on the right, but as you can see, it might just be the wind affecting the how much the canopy is being blown up over there. On the left, it's completely taut, but over here it's a little loose on the right side. So I think they're still working on that on the right. But it looks, I mean, it's up, but it still needs a little work. I'm still waiting for the train. Whoa, going into Space Mountain.
We're now entering one of the green
Might lose you.
Space Mountain. Blast off on a high-speed outer space adventure and careen through the cosmos.
May I have your attention? Please remain seated. This ride has stopped temporarily and will resume at any time. Please remain seated for your own safety. Thank you.
All travelers awaiting departure, please remain where you are, and I will serve hostess will direct you.
I think we're stopped on the People Mover in the tunnel of Space Mountain. And, the lights just came on. Well, this is worth the price of admission right here. I heard an announcement saying that the hostess will come get us and direct us. So I've never been taken off a ride in the middle like this. I think the only time we got taken off a ride was at Indiana Jones at Disneyland. And we were right at the end, so we only had to walk like 50 feet. So I don't think I'm at a location that's very accessible. We literally just came in to Space Mountain. You can see the light shining in over here. And I don't know. How many cars do they have on People Mover? They're going to take everybody off this ride. I see somebody moving up above, up in front. Oh, I think the car is going to go again. Let's see if we're going to go. Yeah, we're moving. We're moving again. Here we go. Moving really slow.
Paging Mr. Morrow, Mr. Tom Morrow. Please contact Mr. Johnson in the control tower to confirm your flight to the moon.
So did you hear that? He said, paging Mr. Morrow, Mr. Tom Morrow. So that's where Nate gets his YouTube handle from. His name is Morrow, but paging Mr. Morrow is from the People Mover in Space Mountain. Little piece of trivia. Okay. I think the last time I was on People Mover, somebody saw us here too. We got recognized a couple weeks ago in the line for Haunted Mansion by an artist in LA. And we don't know if he was following Tiger on Instagram already, or if he just started following us, but he sent us a message on IG and said, hey, saw you in line and say hi. But I asked him this morning, I said, oh, by the way, were you following Tiger previous to contacting us? And we're going to find out. But he's a really great artist. He's a giant fan of Tiger. So Brooksy, you have a magical day too. I hope everybody has a whole lot of fun today. Doesn't get too hot, not too crowded, and just stay away from the water fountain in Liberty Square. It'll kill you. So 70 minutes now for a Space Mountain. That's okay. I'm a bit thirsty myself, but I'm picky about where I get my water around here.
Inside this rotating theater, full families welcome you into their homes of yesterday and today.
So before too long, I'm going to have to go back to the Disney Auto Center and get our car, and I'll just air up the tire myself. I got a portable pump. Let's keep it with me until I can get somebody to fix it for good. And tomorrow we've got the auto show and Kissimmee. So it's on 192 at the they call it Margaritaville Sunset Walk. It's an autism benefit, and it only cost $20 for us to join. The VIP parking was $30, and I wanted to do it, but obviously the restaurants do give out free water. The walk-up restaurants, every restaurant gives you a free cup of water. But I'm like an elephant, you know. I drink a lot, so I always prefer when
Calling all Space Rangers, this is Buzz
get a good view.
Lightyear. Report to your star cruiser. Join me on this daring space mission.
you go to a water fountain, you can get as much as you need. The water fountain in front of Magic Kingdom on the next to the monorails is by far the best water in all of Disney World. It's filtered so good, and it's so cold. You might think it's too cold. It's unbelievably good. So we'll see what happens at the auto show tomorrow. We're gonna go there after Tiger's art lesson, and you know, if it's anything like what happened at the Autism Society show last weekend, Tiger's going to be a huge hit, and he's going to be there. Mommy's going to be there, and we're going to just talk to people. It makes me wonder what's going to happen at MegaCon. I did a lot of talking last year at MegaCon, but let's just say about half the time, people weren't stopping in the booth. It might have had to do with event schedules and stuff like that, but sometimes we were just, slammed with people, and sometimes there's nobody. But this time we're going to be in a very prominent location, and I anticipate we're going to be busy all the time at MegaCon. And I asked my wife if we needed to have somebody else in the booth, and she thinks we do, but we don't know if we can ask a family friend to come help. She feels like we need to hire somebody, but I don't know about hiring somebody off the street. I'd rather somebody who knew about Tiger and could handle certain things like getting people signed up with YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. People who can answer simple questions. People who can maybe do a charge on a card or something like that. People who could hang pictures or put pictures in bags. We'll have to see when we get closer to the show. On Tom Sawyer Island last night, I was designing our booth this year because we're going to be in a corner. And I think I have a design which will use up all 12 of our panels and give us room to put up our banner, which goes 12 feet in the air. It's an 8-foot long banner. Goes above our display. Our display is grid wall. 8-foot grid wall, and that's actually why we bought the Explorer, so that we could transport this grid wall to its shows. I mean, we could have gotten 6-foot grid wall, but I wasn't really thinking about transporting everything at that time. I was just thinking what I thought was best for a show. If Tiger starts to become popular, look for us to get pro panels. They're very expensive. They come out of Dallas, Texas, where I went to law school. That's where I got my old pro panels 20 years ago. But it'll cost $2,000-3,000 in that manner. So I was thinking this morning, well, we've been wondering for a while, are they teaching Tiger Spanish in school? And we hope not, because Tiger doesn't speak English very well at present, and we don't want to confuse him. Tiger needs to learn, he needs to learn spelling, writing, reading, and math. And outside of that, language, speech and language. But he doesn't need to learn history, science, social science, any of that stuff. It has no relevance. This school year, if we want to keep Tiger in public school or take him to a special school, we've had open invitations to several schools that would love to get Tiger.
Oh no, that was.
But you know, a lot of it has to do with this. They know Tiger can do this, and we're just so concerned when people, you know, tell you, you know, promise you the world, and they don't even know your son. Are they doing it because they want to put Tiger on their letterhead? And you know, it's a big concern for us. We don't want him to be exploited by people. We had contacted the Els school in Palm Beach, or Jupiter, about Tiger going to school there. It's about 2 hours away. But we know at the Els school that Tiger wouldn't be the celebrity. It's going to be Ernie Els and his son. And although they would probably promote Tiger, he's never going to be, you know, top of the marquee. He's going to be, you know, he's going to be second fiddle. I don't know if you saw that lady walk by. She's carrying like 5 things of ice cream in her hands, and it looked like she's going to drop half of them. I didn't want to stay and see. I was real worried. I was real worried. So we'll just have to see what happens. We're going to play it day by day, see what happens. And we hope everything works out. We hope Tiger gets a big boost. Like I said, we're headed to Washington either next week or the week after. At least that's what our congressman has indicated to us. They haven't given us specific dates yet. But I'm sure I'm going to hear from them this afternoon.
Down here? Oh, I see.
I like how the guy waves at you to come towards you as you're walking towards him. Yes, we were coming towards you. I must be getting ready for the noon parade. As soon as I get out of Magic Kingdom, I'll be
anniversary of Magic Kingdom invites you to the Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade.
well. They're gonna do Festival of Fantasy Parade, and we're gonna miss it because I have to get back, I have to get my car, and then I have to make a plan as to whether I'm going to take the car somewhere else to have it fixed today, or I'll have to wait till Monday and get it fixed. I'm certain that tire can be fixed, and I'm very certain that I can't spend $1,600 to have 4 tires replaced at this time. I don't have the money. You know, when we've taken our car to the place here in the past, usually they've been able to fix small things. We knew the air conditioner was could be a potential big ticket item. $1,600 we thought was a little over the top. It's not even the dealer. Dealer would only be $1,000. And how did we know? Well, we had the condenser replaced at the dealer, Nissan dealer in Portland, Oregon one time. So I know exactly how much that cost. So to come in at $1,400 was a bit high. But we like to use the auto center here for small repairs. But you know, we're being upsold on the tires, and I can't do it. I don't have the money. I literally do not have the money. And that's the modern world, you know. I can't tell if I can exit there or not. I guess I can exit. So let's go over here so I don't get in these people's way for the picture. So anyway, it's been nice spending time with you this morning. It's been an hour and a half, and we'll have to catch you another time.